Well, it's been a month or two since the frame replacement and finishing up the 2004 Columbia. But we're back at it now. I ended up finding this 2003 Rubicon body. It's part of a wreck purchased through an insurance auction. This was rolled on its side after it took a pretty good front end hit. But it only has 40,000 plus miles on the odometer. A bit of a dent in the cowl up front here, and also the windshield frame is a little scarred up. But other than that, the body's perfect. There's no rust or rot anywhere underneath, unlike the 97 Sahara body that I have out back that came, well, which initiated the project. So this was pretty cheap. I can't use the AC because I already ditched it off the engine. So I'm going to take that out, and this was an automatic. Have to bring it back to manual setup. Plus, it's got a salvage title that I don't have. So I'm just going to pull the whole dash right out of it. Steering column, everything, bring it all back to 97, just use the tub and the doors. Someone already stripped out the seats and everything, so I don't have the benefit of nicer new seats. But we'll work on that. So this is going to dictate the color. The truck is going to be black when I'm done. Save me the aggravation of doing a whole body color change. So tonight what we'll do is we'll get this on the lift, check out underneath it, make sure there's no major damage that I didn't see while it was sitting on a crate, and we'll get the transfer case in. Get that all buttoned up, and we'll get the frame mounts in the 1-inch body lift and get the body on this frame tonight. That is the plan. We'll see how it goes. This frame spent a lot of time outside this summer, and the POR 15 was never coated with anything else, and you can see how the sun is starting to eat away at the POR 15. One downside to most of their products, some of their products, is that they're not UV protected. I'd have to say this is one of them. Still no rust. It's got a good hard coating on there, but maybe I should have painted it with a chassis paint prior to putting it outside for the couple months during the summer. So let's get going on this one and see how much we can get done tonight. Got the 2003 body up in the air, the Rubicon body. And whenever a deal is too good to be true, it usually is. So what I found out is the impact when this car was totaled was pretty severe. And I just noticed that the holes for the body mounts are just a little buckled looking. So I got this spare body bolt, screw it up into the nut, and looks like this body tried to slide right off the frame after it was hit. So I'm going to get a pipe on that. I've got a few extra body bolts hanging around. So we can get a pipe on that and bend it straight. Get that welded or captured nut vertical again. Give that a shot next. Just about got the body bolt situation straightened out. The pipe is my leverage with the hammer, and for a couple of them a little bit of heat. But we've got the all but two of the mounts fixed. The front ones were the worst. That's where I had to use the heat. The bolt on this side was literally at an angle like that. When this Jeep took a hit, the frame went right and the body went left and forward. The frame went right and back. So it had a pretty good buckle in the sheet metal up in here. I was able to heat it, thread the bolt into the nut, and put the pipe on the bolt and leveraged it back vertical here. And then once I removed the bolt, I just tapped all the sheet metal around the weld nut to get it flush again. So there's still a little buckle back here in the sheet metal, there's plenty of good surface for the body mount to sit on. Same thing on the passenger side. This one was even worse. There's even a more pronounced buckle right here, a little divot. But there's plenty of good sheet metal for the body mount to sit on. And I've got the weld nut inside, back vertical again. So once that cools down, I'll hit it with a wire brush, a little bit of primer and paint. And I'll strip out the back inner fenders, finish up the rest of the body mount nuts, and get this thing lowered on the frame. All the body mount nuts are straightened out. Got the inner fenders off. Still worthwhile even with the collision history on this body. Looks like the only damage is the dent in the front and the body bolt nuts. And those are all straightened out. These back ones here are just a loose fitting captured nut, so I just have to tap them straight, and that's fine. The rest of them straightened out fine. Among the other things that are going to go is the evap canister. This 2003 has the evap canister under the rear quarter panel, where the 97 has it up under the hood. So since we're just using the tub, I'm going to use all the emissions equipment for 97. This can go. It's just got way more tubing and wires than I need to deal with. So I'm replacing the body mounts with a polyurethane Daystar kit. It's just a 1-inch body lift, and I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary to clear the air cleaner on the V8. I've heard different stories, but even with the small shifter adjustment and the transfer case shifter adjustment, the extra 1 inch of clearance between the body and the frame makes life a lot easier when you're just doing different work like brake lines and hooking up the transfer case linkage and things like that. So with my small lift, 2.5 inches or so, the extra inch is going to be needed to clear any decent tire. So I've got the body sitting on the frame partially, and this Daystar kit's pretty straightforward. The front 6 mounts use this crush collar, and this 5/8 bolt, I guess. So it's just about touched down on the frame. I've got the 2 back ones started loose. I got the driver's side front corner finger tight. So I'm just gonna, not that I'll ever have to deal with this again, but maybe the next person. A little never sees on there. Can't do it with one hand, so. Alright, like I said, get some never sees on the bolt, and hopefully this mount lines up. This is a 2-hand job. We got the body on tonight, and I was pretty happy to find out that all the body mounts lined up with the frame exactly where they should. So that tells me that the body wasn't twisted or diamond when it was in the accident. So the Daystar 1-inch body lift is in there, and I just started stripping off mirrors and lights and fuel fill and everything, and the rear fender flares. Nothing had to be cut. It's pretty rust. It's actually rust-free everywhere. It's just really dirty. It must have been sitting under a tree for a while. I'll get this cleaned up so I can see what I have to work with. But the body's not bad, other than the windshield frame and the dent on the cowl. And this passenger door has a dent in the middle. It's not too bad at all. The top is going in the dumpster. It's broken right there, and obviously that glass was blown out of it. But it came with a replacement piece for this side. I've got to pop out the other side, and I've got the tinted back glass with the wiper and everything, and defroster. So I'll save the glass case I come across a hard top, or just sell it. It's worth something. So I pulled the carpet out, and it had a bunch of junk in the truck. A lot of it I can use. Console and headlights and mirrors and so forth. So we'll save all that. So next time we'll strip out the AC, strip out all the wiring, get the dash out, try to find a set of keys for this. It didn't come with keys, so I'll call the previous owner and see if there's a set of keys around, because I can't get the tailgate open and I can't lock the doors. So instead of changing all the locks, so I can get a set of keys, that'd be great. It does have a factory Jeep storage locker in the back here, but can't do much about that without unlocking the tailgate. I'm not sure how good this back seat is, but it doesn't match the Sahara interior that I have, so this will go. And I'll clean up all this carpet. I may reuse all the carpet. Factory carpet's best fit possible, and it's in pretty good shape, so we'll see how it looks. So that's it for now. I think 33s will fit under those fenders, no problem. So V8 project. So next time we'll get this wiring stripped out, start working on the body, and get it out to the paint shop. When it comes back, we'll put in the 97 dash and the wiring and start wiring up the motor. Try to get that fired up. Until next time.